Good morning. Does anybody else feel like they have a crop just for the pests? My straighter leaf kale is still going, but it's not nearly as nice as the new growth on the curly leaf stuff. Here are some burgundy bush beans. They're doing really well all of a sudden. Love the blooms on these. They're so pretty. These are from a seed swap through Seed Wish Wednesday, which was a heck of a lot of fun. And then back here we have a few zipper cream peas that are not doing much of anything, but that's okay. They're fun to try. After that, watermelon. I'm really excited about this. I've never actually grown watermelon before. Check out this one. It's the biggest. It's almost getting a little bit too hot to be out here right now because, of course, gardens do well in full sun. There is my one of two zinnias that actually popped up. And over here behind me is the carrot patch. Until I missed a few last year. Replanted a bunch this year. Kind of looks like the swallowtails are getting to them. That's okay. They seem like they bounce back pretty nicely. And every so often I have a nematode issue. Hopefully that's not the case this year. These are my too lazy to dig up. Don't know what kind they are, dahlias. I don't know how the heck they've come back for 3 years running, but they have. And now we're down to my dead onion row. This whole thing here is supposed to be onions. I put in something like 2 pounds of seed onions this year, and once again, the allium leaf miner got them. However, the potatoes and the weeds that are growing with the potatoes are doing really well. I took out my peas the other day. The goats were so happy. And these were also peas. And the peas actually did pretty well. Just time to come out. Down here we've got chamomile at the edge. Thanks to the kiddo who just weeded the border. He hates it, but he helps. These guys are pretty cool. These are Wagner blue-green tomatoes. Next to them is another Wagner blue-green and some Hungarian heart that are finally starting to blush. I say finally. I think this is actually the earliest I've ever had tomatoes. I have absolutely nothing on this trellis right now. Kind of wish I did. Kind of also not sad that I don't. Just found another huge sucker. I've got cream sausage, Hungarian heart, Wagner blue-green tomatoes. Trying to think of the other varieties along here. I've got tomatillos down at the end here. They're doing really well. The beans have just absolutely gone bonkers. They're soon gonna crowd out everything else, which is completely fine with me. I actually just put some buckwheat seeds in along the border. I have about 4 or 5 feet of a border. And believe it or not, this is 3 squash. I swear it took over this entire end of the garden so far. I suspect it'll take up even more by the end. There's a few potatoes in here. Whoops. A few potatoes in here. They are just about ready. They're actually leftovers from last year. And we have pinto and navy beans in here. Just ones from the grocery store that I threw in the ground to see how they would do. And they are taking off and doing fabulously so far. Very excited. This morning I found 2 squashes. And I don't remember what kind I planted. So I guess we'll see. They're either a cute little decorative one, which I kind of don't think so because they're already bigger than that, or pie pumpkins, or there was one other kind, maybe acorn squash. I really don't remember. And I'm guessing there's a fair number of other people who do that too. Here is my single volunteer potato here. Otherwise, this area of the garden, this corner's resting this year. I might actually put some broccoli in, we'll see. I had some broccoli in last year and I got it in too late. Didn't work out so well. These are my not very fancy cucumbers, which until last week weren't doing a darn thing. Beginning last week, they started to climb like a foot a day like cucumbers can do. And then today I spotted these guys. There's about 12 of those on the 2 plants that I have. So you can see a little bit better. There, 2 little cucumber plants. And here's the other side of the garden. That's the kale and the beans and the carrots and the not onions and the potatoes. There's some asparagus left over there too. The not peas and the tomatoes. So it's just about time. I think we're not quite 12 weeks, maybe 11 weeks out from our first frost. So it's actually just about time to direct sow the fall crops. And gotta be honest, I'm gonna be lazy and direct sow them.